from the Carolina Panthers, one of my favorites that I gotten to meet throughout the years. Amazing. 10th season in the NFL. Ooh. Man. Gerald McCoy here on the program. How are you, Gerald?
Hey, Rich, how you doing?
10 years?
Yeah, it went by quick, right?
It's been 10 years since you were asked what type of underwear you wore by the Kansas City Chiefs, Gerald?
I know, right? That's crazy.
At the Combine?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it went by extremely fast.
Oh, man. I'm so happy for you being in a spot like Carolina where it looks like you are a perfect mix to what they needed. I wonder how you feel in the first few weeks there, Gerald.
I feel great, man. I told my wife and a couple of people close to me now, I'll say it publicly, career-wise, it's one of the best decisions I ever made, man. Starting from top to bottom with, Mr. Tepper. He's a grade A owner, and the Glazers were too. I'm not taking away from what the Glazers were, but I'm just saying, like, he's just, first-year owner of the team, and he's making big moves, man, and I'm very happy that he gave me an opportunity to play here. And then, down to Coach Rivera, who's been very welcoming to me since I came on my visit, and he hasn't changed. It wasn't just let me be nice to this guy to get him here, and then I'm going to show him who I really am. He's who you see at all times is who he is. He's very consistent with who he is, and they've done a great job of taking care of me, realizing I played a lot of snaps and got a lot of wear and tear on my body, so taking care of me during camp, and then just that locker room. It's a great locker room, and I'm just extremely excited about the future with how guys work here. Coach Washington, Coach Sam, they just we work diligently. We work extremely hard here, but we know how to have fun. But only at the right times, and I believe that this is going to be a big year for us.
Are you guys talking Super Bowl in that locker room? Has those two words been mentioned?
That's the only way to talk. It's a Super Bowl or bust mindset, and there's a cart going past, so if you hear anything in the background, that's what it is.
It's all good.
But anyway, it's the Super Bowl or bust mindset, and we know all the talent we have here, but it's just on paper, and on paper it looks great. But we know we got a lot of work to do, and we got a great test for us coming up, going up to the defending champs' home, and getting a little practice run in.
What did you learn? What have you learned about Cam in the few months that you've been with this organization that you did not know about Cam Newton, Gerald McCoy? What did you learn about him so far?
That I didn't know?
Yeah.
There's some things I can't say that are all positive things, but it's a very private locker room. And,
okay, but it's positive.
I'm going to keep that. Yeah, it's all positive. Here's what I say about him.
Okay.
Here's what I have learned, which I already knew, but I'll say it for the public.
Go for it.
There's a big misconception about who he is and how he is. He loves to have a great time, but he's such a caring guy, and he cares about his teammates, always looking out for his teammates, cares about his teammates, and cares about people. I had a conversation with him, and he just says, he it's hard for him to sit back and see people go without or see people struggle. And I think a lot of people don't know that about him, how big his heart is. And he's just such a great human. Everybody looks at all the antics, but that's just him. He loves to have a good time, and he's unapologetically Cam. And that's just who he is. And he's going to be that way, and I'm excited to be on his team. Got tired of chasing him.
I bet. Yeah, right there in the division. So what's it going to be like, Gerald, when you take on the Bucs?
Like game 2.
It's not going to be circled in any way, shape, or form for you?
Why?
I don't know. I mean, you've had 9 years there. I mean, so many people.
Yeah. So here's what people are putting way more on that than it has to be. Okay, I'm not the first person who go from one team to a division opponent and play their old team, whether they've been there for a long time or not. This is something that's happened in history before. This is not, history-breaking news. But I think because of how it went down, people are putting more on it than it should be. I'm not giving that any more light. Here's what I'll say about the situation. I'm going to approach it like any other game. I'm going to go out there like any other game. and play it like any other game. You know, you put too much into one thing, you psych yourself out, go out there, underperform, and now you worry about what this person's going to say, that person's going to say. I'm not worried about any of that. You know, those guys are always going to be my family regardless. You know, I wish them the best, but, you know, week 2 and week 6 come up, we just got to go at it, and that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to be calling that game, I believe, in London on the NFL Network, Gerald. So I'm just trying to get.
Okay, great.
You know, I'll be
good.
there. I'll be there in London with you.
Yeah, good.
Hanging
That's
out
gonna
right
be fun.
How,
It's gonna be fun.
How good does McCaffrey look like in practice?
Well, that guy's a weapon. You know, there's some people you say, well, he's a wide receiver, he's a running back, he's a quarterback. He's a weapon. Christian is he can, you know, block. He can run in between the tackles. He can throw. He threw a pass last year. He can catch. You know, I don't think he dropped. Did he drop? I don't think he had no drops last year. He didn't drop a single pass last year. You know, that's incredible. So he's a weapon. You know, a lot of people, he has this stigma of, well, can he run between the tackles? Yeah. Have you watched the tape? Yeah, he can run between the tackles. He can do whatever you need him to do. Return, if he wants to return kicks, he can do that. He's proven he can do it. There's nothing he really can't do that we asked him to do, and it's great that he's on our team because he's really a weapon. He's freakishly athletic, even more athletic than you got to get to see a lot in practice.
Before I let you go, Gerald, pass interference is being reviewable this year. Would you want holding reviewable in the trenches? Would you want that?
Nah, it's a gritty game, and you know, I always think the best holders without getting caught, are the best offensive linemen. You know, all offensive linemen hold. It's part of the game. It's our job to keep them from holding us, and it's only holding if they call it. So, you know, if they don't call it, then it's not holding. That's kind of our rule here. So, that's just part of the game. And, you know, people like Aaron Donald and myself and Fletcher Cox and KK Short, just, you know, guys, they get held all the time. So it's just how it goes. So I don't think it should be reviewed. Man up and play the game.
How's Oklahoma going to be this year?
Champions.
Let me write that down. Champions.
Yeah, right. I said it.
Okay.
And we're going to have a third Eisen in a row. We're going to make history.
You like Hurts? You like him?
Yeah, Sooner. I love him.
Did you like him as a Crimson Tide, though, Gerald?
Not when he played us. Outside of that, yeah, of course.
Right. Did you see any of Kyler Murray's second preseason game? What can we read about Kyler Murray from what we've seen so far before I let you go, Gerald?
It's the second preseason game. It happens. People have tough games. You know, I've had games in my career where, you know, you like, well, freak, what happened in the preseason? Then I went on to make Pro Bowls and All-Pro seasons. It's preseason. It's preseason for everybody. People have to understand, you don't have 4 weeks before your first preseason game. You have 4 weeks before the first regular season game. So within that process of getting ready for the season, you have glorified, you know, scrimmages. So all preseason games are glorified scrimmages. Coaches work on this, work on that. Well, now he's seen what it looks like when he's getting blitzed all the time and when pressure's on him, the changes he has to make. I have 100% confidence in him in every week except when they play us. So okay. I hope he does well except for against the Panthers.
All right, last one for you, Gerald. This is very important. How come you don't follow me on Twitter anymore? Did I piss you off? Did I do something?
I didn't know I unfollowed you.
Yeah.
If I did, it was an accident. I
mean, I see that avatar of a beautiful kid right there, Geraldini 93.
Yeah. I got you, man. If I did it, really was an accident. You know we boys.
I know that.
You're my dog.
I know. I just want to make sure because, you know, a couple of times I'm like, you know what? I just want to make sure that you're, you know, that I'm following you. Not staying.
No, I got you.
Let's stay in touch. I
got you.
All right,
thanks,
Gerald.
brother.
Take care of yourself. Thanks for the call. Really appreciate it.
Thank
You got it. That's Gerald McCoy.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.